Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In, Volume 2, Part 19. On a crackhead update, no crackheads so far today. I don't know what this afternoon will bring. Alright, you know the routine. Get your shanks out, because we might have to ride. Let's ride, y'all. Yeah, I've had a couple subscribers complain about a crackhead update. You fail to realize this is my channel. Mine is a possessive pronoun. That means that I own it. And my content is my narrative. If I think that's what I want to include in my channel, I can do it. If you don't like it, there's plenty more prison channels. Kick rocks. Keep it moving. I guarantee you it won't hurt me none with losing you as a subscriber. If not, well, sit back and enjoy it. This morning, I don't have a prepared script on no particular subject to talk about. I'm going to speak on some things that have been in the comment section and some social issues that eventually leads to prison. I met this young pretty lady at Walmart, and she was complaining about, she's 18 years old. She was complaining about she too pretty to be wearing Walmart clothes, and she don't have an iPhone. You know, I told her, I said, man, your dad is probably working hard, struggling. I asked her, do she have other sisters and brothers? She said, yes, she has 4 more. I said, okay, it's 5 kids in the house. This man working every day to make sure y'all got a roof over your head and got food to eat. He can't afford this expensive stuff. But you living better than a lot of other people. Some people, parents ain't giving a shit about it. And I said, well, you know, I told her, I said, why you ain't contributing nothing to the household? You're a senior in high school, you're 18, get your part-time job at a Walmart or McDonald's. You only have to go to school half a day and work the other half and buy your own merchandise, your own clothing, your own phone. Bring something into the household. You know, I got to give it to her. She was a 10. You know, I told her this also. I said, don't get taken by one of these younger guys, and he really can't provide for you. He probably still living at home with mama if you got a guy in your age range. And he got him an iPhone because he's working. He got rims on his car because he got a job. And he cannot afford to buy you all this expensive stuff because he really don't have the money. And if you would have to get pregnant, you is royally screwed. Now that's another family member brought into your household. Your mom and dad got to support. You know, I can tell she didn't like what I was saying, but stuff just not gonna fall out the sky. If you don't put forth no effort, it's not gonna happen. You know, if you go, I don't care how devout or religious you are, if you don't help yourself, ain't nothing gonna happen, because you 100% responsible for your own life. No one is going to save you. You must save yourself. Now you can go stand in Walmart parking lot with the New Testament in your hand or the Holy Bible and just start reading from Genesis. Just stand there. You will starve to death. If somebody don't walk up and say, sir or ma'am, can I help you? If you don't go in Walmart and steal you an apple to eat, you will starve to death. You must help yourself. All 3 of the major religions, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, always speak on God will help those who help themselves. You got to take the first step. If you don't want to help yourself, the Creator, well, I guess he will consider you worthless. This person won't help himself. You depending on others, especially when you is of age where you're supposed to be looking out for yourself. Be responsible for yourself. In order to help someone else, first you must help yourself. And And on some prison issues, lately been in the comment section about prison rape. Sure, it is guys get raped in prison, but it's not a widespread thing, especially under this modern prison. You got some guys, they ain't never been in prison under the old days. They can't fathom you just going up, taking a guy's ass. They can't get ready for that. I know some prison unit, you try that shit on, the other guys are going to go against you. They don't co-sign that bullshit. So most of the guys got a finesse game. I've known some hell of a booty bandit that were my homeboys. They had a technique. Now, they will fight if they have to. Majority of these guys got a pretty decent fight game because they got to have one. If this person go 40 south on you and put you on the defense, now you got to defend yourself. But most of the people that I've seen was turned out in prison, it was not by physical force. Number one, they be afraid. Evidently, they didn't talk to the right people in the county jail, schooling them on how prison life was. Or they came to a prison, they don't have a buddy there at the prison who they know, who can lace them up. Hey, man, this is what they do right here. So that little game they got is so fucking weak. But it works the majority of times. And again, in Texas, what make a guy gullible is they don't give you any money. They don't give you nothing. Toothpaste, deodorant, shower shoes, nothing. They give you clean clothes, clean sheets, a mattress, some work boots, some material to clean your cell, one roll of toilet paper a week, and you're on your own from there. They're going to feed 3 meals a day. State jail, sometime on weekends, they get twice. But at a prison, they get 3 meals a day. It might not be the most wholesomest food it is, but you won't starve it there. You'll have to put some seasoning on that shit and eat it, man. You ain't got no money. So if a guy got money and this other guy got a 50-year sentence, nobody writes him from home, and he's not prison smart enough to learn how to make it in a maximum security prison. That comes with time. If you stay there long enough, you'll master all the hustles. You know what job assignment to get where you can hustle. But everybody can't get one of those job assignments. It's limited. Until you get prison smart, you're going to be at the mercy of the other convicts if you don't get nothing from home. Now, you got some guys that's pretty good guys. You get to talking with a guy, you and him playing dominoes or play basketball, and you ain't got toothpaste or deodorant or little hygiene items you need, he'll help you out. Some of the guys, they're really not no stingy guy, but they always prepared for game by the environment you live in. But it is some guys that will help you out with no strings attached. Now, back in the day, we had in every day room a sack hanging up at the front. We call it a welfare bag. Guys who got extra money, after they get all of their necessities at the commissary, they'll sometimes put $3 or $4, $5 or $6. Like me, sometimes I would put $10 in it because I didn't have a habit. I didn't start smoking cigarettes till I was 36 years old. I didn't smoke no cigarettes, and I didn't drink coffee. So every store day, they had what they called chochos. Back then, it was only 10 cents. Little ice cream sandwich, popsicles. I might buy 20 of those and 20 extra sodas and just pass them out to the guys who ain't got money. Then I started another thing. I would go get a bag of coffee, cut it open, sit it on the table, and a can of burglar for the guys who smoke. You can't take it to your cell, but as long as you're in that day room, you can drink coffee and smoke your cigarette until it's gone. And like I said earlier, we had a welfare bag in the day room. What you do, you go up to the welfare bag with a clipboard right beside it. Sign out what you want. Look in there, you see a deodorant. You get the deodorant out, just sign your name on it. Walk away. You ain't never got to return it unless you get some money. When you get some money, guys expect you to replace that deodorant. And under this modern prison, all these old fuckers, dealt with drugs and all that shit. They think they so slick. No way they would contribute to nothing like that. They think you getting over on them. Now it's dog eat dog. At least back in the day, I done seen a guy make a spread. Make 2 spreads. He say, hey, this is for the guys who ain't got no money. Hey, man, he set 3 or 4 loaves of bread over. This for y'all, man. Guys will help somebody. And this new shit, nobody helps nobody. And if this guy's not your homeboy, a member of your gang, he ain't gonna help you. Simple as that. You're not gonna receive no help. And a lot of guys done committed horrible crimes, and their families turned against them. They don't write them, or they didn't have a good family connection when they was on the outside, so he don't receive mail. Sure enough, ain't gonna get a visit. I know guys been locked up 25 years, man, and nobody came to visit them. That show you ain't, sometimes, like I had a homeboy, his mother was old. He said, man, I'm not gonna write my mother. She on a fixed income for no money. When she get through paying her rent and buying her groceries and stuff, she ain't got no money left to be sending me. So he'd man up and hustle in prison. He had a real good gambling game, and he lived it fairly good. But now, they ban cigarettes, so that's a commodity. Drugs is a commodity. And most of these guys love to get high, thinking that's going to pass their time away. Now, I remember once at East Ham, we was standing there ready to go to work early in the morning. And a couple guys, man, they was acting like they had Parkinson's disease. One of them head just started turning all the way around. His head turned backwards. So they started calling the work squads out. He was walking out in the hallway with his head turned all the way around backwards. What it was, he done took a whole lot of Robaxin. That's a muscle relaxer, trying to get high. The shit was so bad until the ward stopped the workforce. Want to know what the hell's going on. All these dudes going down the hallway acting like they fucking got Parkinson's disease, flinching and jumping and falling down and stuff. These guys go to any extent to get high. If you get, that's why now the psychotropic medication, Thorazine and all that stuff, they chop it up and mix it with water and give it to you in a cup. That way you can't steal it and take it back to the cell block or the dorm and sell it. But everybody seems like now it's a different era. Everybody wants to get high. When I first went to prison, you didn't even never smell marijuana. Now it's wide open. They drug test so much till now they done flipped over to K2. Because you get a dirty UA, you just lost your custody level. If you minimum, you go into medium. If you're medium, you go into close. It's a possibility if you're on close, they might just save you. Depends on who's sitting on that classification committee. So Texas big on sales, on ad save. They big on that. That's their control mechanism. Since they no longer have inmate guards, they control inmates by isolating. Yeah, you can get put back in SEG. If you get put on a gang wing, you're not a member of that gang. You need to do hard time. These guys not going to talk to you. They ain't going to give you nothing. They don't know you. So you screwed either way you go. Now, if you're doing a crime that has a jail cell attached to it, you can expect a bus to come down. I was just looking at them this morning. They come by with their military vehicle. They was going to make a drug raid up on Morrell, which is about 2 blocks from me. Undercover cops, everything. They was going to make a drug raid. I was saying to myself, well, the people finna get their door tore off, all their windows broke out of their house. I didn't go up there to check, see if they found them. I just seen them drive by. So you got to be careful when you're hustling. You got to put some money to the side and prepare for a bust. Put your lawyer on retainer. If you can't pay them $25 a week, and just in case something go wrong, you can get out on bond and keep making you some money. I speak on old Lord quite often. This man started to work for the prison system in 1921. There's no way in hell you can tell this man who done worked all his life that you had to go steal something. I had to go hit me a lick. Man, that's foreign to him. That man was in his 80s and still climbing on that horse. I'd look at him. An 80-some-year-old man get up on that horse just as easy. That man could have easily retired, but he worked all the way up until his death. He never quit working. You mean to tell me an 80-some-year-old man is still working? You're young and healthy with no health problem, but you don't want to do nothing. Just think about how much money you leaving on the table. A poor guy at McDonald's, at the end of the day, he'll have more assets than you will if you get locked up. When you committed that crime, you did not do a risk analysis. The rewards definitely did not weigh the risk. There's so many guys in there got life sentences for a petty ass crime. A $600 robbery is not worth spending 40 years in prison for. Just some points to ponder. Enough ranting and raving. Y'all have a good day. Like and subscribe. And keep your shanks ready, because we might have to move at a moment's notice. Y'all have a good day until the next one. Thank you.